Recorded Books presents When the Angels Left the Old Country by Sacha, narrated by Donald Corrin. Part 1. When the Angels Left the Old Country. Chapter 1. In the back corner of the little synagogue in the shtetl that was so small and out of the way it was only called shtetl, there was a table where an angel and a demon had been studying Talmud together for some 200 years. Indeed, they had been studying in that corner since before the little shul was built, and had been rather startled to look up one day and realize an entire building had sprung up around them. Because the corner they had claimed for their own was close to the door and far from the stove, no one had ever felt it necessary to question their presence. They were always there. There was no reason to assume they would ever not be there. They showed up to study, and sometimes could be seen davening in the back of the shul at minyan, too, but never when there were fewer than 10 men in the room. One of them never wore a tallis, and the other wore a tallis even during the night, folded over his back like a pair of delicate wings. The demon's name was Ashmedai. He was not the demon king Ashmedai you may have heard of, but one of that Ashmedai's children. The demon king enjoyed an over-generous measure of self-regard and had named a great number of his children after himself. Perhaps he intended to stymie the angel of death. Perhaps he had trouble thinking of another name. In any case, our Ashmedai was a very minor prince of demons, belonging to that class of creatures another people might call fairies, and we Jews know as Shadim, mischievous spirits of the earth who enjoy leading people astray. Most of those who knew him did not call him by his full name, but shrank it to fit his stature, and called him Little Ash. Little Ash knew hardly any magic, and did not even have the wings with which most adult demons fly from place to place. He had made trouble in the demons' yeshiva, where they learn their magic, and without completing his studies he had been sent to Poland, where he found he liked it better than at home, as in his father's palace other demons were always treating him like a child and telling him what to do. The angel had been sent to shtetl for a purpose it had now forgotten, and had stayed in shtetl to hinder the mischievous whims of Little Ash. Like Little Ash, it resembled a human youth. Unlike Little Ash, who considered himself to be male, the angel had merely chosen the shape of a man for convenience, as angels have done since the time of Abraham, our father. It had never had a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah or any such ceremony at all, and had never bothered to wish for one. Its name, of course, changed according to the activity in which it was engaged. At the moment, the angel's name was Argument. "They call it the Golden Land," said Little Ash. "All the young people are going there." "Golden Land," said the angel. "Ashel, I have no interest in gold. Why should I? I find gold excites the Yetzer Hara terribly." "Yetzer Hara, Yetzer Shmara," said Little Ash. "We're not talking about the evil inclination." "You," said the angel, "are always talking about the evil inclination." Little Ash slapped a hand on the table next to the open volume of Talmud. The noise was loud enough to startle the dough-goat who was ruminating in the doorway, but not loud enough to startle the old men who were the only others in the shul at the moment. It was a market day, and most of the people of shtetl had gone to a larger town nearby to earn money for their Shabbos dinners. The men would be home soon for the evening service, bringing the town gossip with them. Little Ash had started the argument with the angel as he usually did. Little Ash, being young and unmarried, preferred the company of young unmarried people, because he did not understand anyone else, and he found that youth made people particularly open to his mischievous suggestions. Lately, all of the people he liked best had been leaving their shtetl. There were no jobs for Jews in Poland, everyone was saying, but in America they had jobs. In America they had all kinds of wonderful things, according to the papers, and to the gossip Little Ash had heard from those whose families had sent them letters. It was not only that America sounded exciting, although it did. It was also that shtetl, which had always been small, was even...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.